Welcome to the Fertility Mind podcast. I am your host, Jessica Friesen, a certified fertility mindset coach, a sound healer, and an international best-selling author. My mission for this podcast is to give you weekly episodes where you hear my own success with IVF and how mindset and manifestation changed it all for me. You will also hear from my guests who share their success stories in the fertility world. I want you to know that you are not alone. Even when things feel tough and when things feel like they aren't going your way, the tools and techniques you will get in this podcast, I know can change everything for you too. So thanks for being here with me today, and let's dive in. Hello and welcome back. Today I'm talking about gratitude, and gratitude is one of the tools that I think is the best thing to have in your toolbox. If you're only going to have one tool, have gratitude. And I say have gratitude because when you really understand what gratitude means to you, you will omit a frequency from it. You will feel an amazing feeling from the gratitude that you feel. So not only is it something that you can use immediately to get you out of a lower vibration and put you in a higher vibration and change your mood, but it is something that puts you on a path to your goals, your desires, your dreams, because you are becoming a vibrational match to those. It changes the trajectory of it, and it really amplifies your experience. So, in full transparency, when I first started practicing gratitude, I didn't have a long list of things I was grateful for. And I started out with things like, be grateful that, I have a house, be grateful that I've got vehicles, be grateful that I've got a job, be grateful for all the things. And the truth is, I was not omitting a big frequency from those things. Yes, I was thankful that I had a job. I was thankful that I had a vehicle to drive me to my work and home. I was thankful for the fact that I had heat in my house and that I had a house, I had a bed to sleep in. But again, the feeling was more just like I'm thankful. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing thing. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about omitting a big frequency. So I then started thinking, okay, what is something that I can really hone gratitude on that is going to emit a way bigger frequency? And I started feeling grateful for my miraculous mind. And this doesn't mean what my feeling was is going to, change you. What you need to really hone in on a personalized gratitude for yourself. So I started saying I'm grateful for my miraculous mind because I feel like at a younger age, I was attracted to the information of the law of attraction or things like that. Even though I didn't implement it when I first, discovered it, I was attracted to it. So I was thankful for my miraculous mind, as I called it, because I knew I had the ability to change my mindset. I knew I had the ability to be attracted to things that can help me grow as a person. And those things I started to be thankful for. And as I writing down more things about my miraculous mind, I thought, I'm really grateful for my resiliency and that little inner voice, because that big voice, that ego, that fear that was screaming at me all the time, that little voice that I would really listen to, part of my miraculous mind, would say, you can try one more time. So when we were in the thick of fertility treatments, I would be like, the fear of what if we have a miscarriage? What if we're spending all of this money for, nothing? What if I never get to be a biological mom? What if my body is failing me? What if my body is not going to accept this medication? What if? The little voice in my miraculous mind connected and said, you can try one more time. Trust and believe that everything is working out. Trust and believe everything is working out. I can't explain how that came up. I can't. But then I found myself attracted to, like I've mentioned in a lot of my episodes, I really started with the law of attraction, listening to Rhonda Byrne, The Secret and the Power. And it really resonated with me. And she really talks about gratitude. And so that's when I started practicing gratitude more because I thought this is something that makes me feel good. And then I started to really think about things in my own personal life and things about me that I was really grateful for. I started where, for example, I was never really thankful for my body because until we were in the like in the fertility world and we had our diagnosis, I thought that I was the problem. And I kept saying, like, my body is cruel. Like, why would my body do this to me? I didn't love my body. It wasn't about size. It wasn't about any of those things. I just didn't love the fact that it wasn't doing what, AKA it's supposed to do, that we've been designed to do for centuries. So I found myself being thankful, saying, you know what? I'm absolutely in love with my body. I'm in love with the fact that it has, we are now in a fertility world and my body's accepting the treatments. I am in love with my body because it's getting me one step closer to housing my baby. This is going to be my baby's first home. So I want to love it. And then I started writing down things like I was so excited for workouts. I was not working out again for a size. It was that one thing that I could do that I could shut my brain off for 15 to 45 minutes a day where I wasn't a stepmom. I wasn't a wife. I wasn't, a coworker. I wasn't a daughter. I wasn't a sister. I wasn't a friend. I was just me, just shutting my mind off. That is truly why I did my workouts and I loved them. And I fell in love with the gratitude that I could move my body and I could safely push my body to limits and release endorphins and do all of these things. So again, I want to reiterate what you are personally find gratitude for is unique to you. But when I would do that, I would start noticing the more I practice gratitude, if something bad happened at work or something, happened, contrast was around me, it's around everyone. When certain situations would take over, I would start saying, I want to be in a grateful place. I'm not grateful for the situation that's happening, but I would find different things to get myself into a different vibration. Then when I started studying, like I actually started studying universal laws, I started studying mindset and manifestation. That was now into my secondary fertility journey. And that changed everything because gratitude was a very different level for me. I'd really understood the things that I was grateful for. I was really starting to understand how powerful your mind is. And I was fascinated that one of the very first things that I wrote down in my gratitude journal was my miraculous mind. Years later, really understanding how powerful your mind is, I thought, wow, when I say you can choose your thoughts like you can choose your clothes, I truly mean it because I truly believe it. It doesn't mean it's always easy. And truly think about this for a second. If you go down to your wardrobe, to your closet, to your drawers, wherever, and sometimes it's super easy to pick out your clothes, and sometimes you think, oh, maybe this one, I don't know. Your thoughts can be the same. You can have moments where you're like, I don't know, but know that you can always change them. And gratitude was one of those things. So I started feeling grateful that my body is amazing. I started feeling grateful for my workouts. I was feeling grateful for my miraculous mind. I then started getting really excited and I was omitting a huge frequency around science. Science has, allowed us to do fertility treatments. So there was such thing as freezing embryos. There's such things as synthetic hormones. And even now there's bioidentical hormones that can allow your body to process these hormones very differently so that you can get pregnant and all of the things. So when I was thinking about science, I got really excited. And I thought, you know what? because of science, I now have an opportunity to create my family. Whereas without science, I may not have ever had the chance to have the family that I desired or that I wanted. And I started then feeling this massive amount of gratitude. I went online and I created a baby registry. I created a phony name and everything, like a fake name, because I thought when I actually do really create my real baby registry, I want to go in the stores. I want to do all the things. But I went online and I created this baby registry and I got so excited. I was so grateful. I was not pregnant when I got to do these things, but the level of gratitude that was emitting from me was because I thought I get to buy these things. And then I would spend time in my imagination seeing myself at my baby shower opening all of these things. And that level of gratitude felt really like it felt real. It felt like I was pregnant. It felt like I was actually creating my baby registry. And I felt the excitement, that gratitude that I was at my baby shower opening this, although none of that was happening in my current reality. That is what gratitude can do for you. And then I started going on Pinterest. I designed my nursery. And I'm telling you guys, like the things that I was designing in my nursery, I felt this massive amount of gratitude. And I didn't allow myself to think we don't have the money to buy these things. I was just so excited and grateful that I was given this opportunity. And then I started picturing my life with my baby or babies. And I really started feeling so grateful that my body was allowing me to do this, that my body was accepting all of the hormones, all of the medications, all of the things. And again, guys, this was all happening before I was pregnant. And when I was going into my secondary fertility journey, there was a lot of white noise. There was a lot of contrast going on during that time. And I would quietly write, my gratitude. And I would feel it so deeply that I could instantly cry in a second. If I could say my son's name, because we picked out his name, tears would start streaming down my face because I knew he was here. We weren't pregnant with him yet. I didn't know he was going to have blonde hair and blue eyes. I just literally, these are all the things that I became grateful for, that my mind could allow me to go to a place where money didn't exist, fear didn't exist, judgment didn't exist, or my current reality didn't exist. And I felt grateful for that. I felt grateful that I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I was going to be a mom. I knew without a shadow of a doubt I was going to have our last baby was going to be a blonde hair, blue eyed baby boy. And, my friend did a little gender reveal for us, a very intimate one. She made cupcakes for us, and I didn't cry. And she looked at me, she's like, I thought you'd be so excited. It was a boy. And I just said, I knew because I held such this level of gratitude. I said, on the inside, I'm screaming with a massive amount of excitement. I said, but I already knew it was happening without knowing it because I was in such a state of gratitude that I was having a baby boy and he was going to be blonde hair and blue eyed. And when he was born, blonde hair and blue eyed, I cried, obviously, because births are emotional. But I was like, I stayed in a state of gratitude. I stayed in a state where I knew that this was happening. And when it actually came to fruition in every part of it, one day I'll share my second birth. It was a very traumatic one, but I held on gratitude. And I'm sharing that right now because it was very traumatic. It was very scary, but I didn't let go of gratitude. And as I was starting to let gratitude like dwindle a bit, I had my husband in my ear saying, Jay, the universe has you. Jay, the universe has you. And when I now do my gratitude, so I'm again in full transparency, I have a gratitude journal that in the morning, I like to do my gratitude. and you write 5 things that you're grateful for in your life right now. And then you write 5 things that you're grateful for, that are things that are going to come, things that you want to manifest. And I struggled to write 5 things. Now I could write like 20 things easily, just write them. And because I understand what gratitude means for me, I really like that's what I mean. My first fertility journey versus my second fertility journey, gratitude was very different. There was a whole lot of different emotions that were going on as well. But I really chose to dive into gratitude to stay focused. It was that gratitude that allowed me to go into to dig deep into my desire. It was the gratitude that allowed me to visualize and be excited and omit this big frequency. Because without gratitude, you're vibrating on a lower frequency. And here's what I want to share with you about gratitude and fear. When fear steps in, fear of a miscarriage, that is a frequency, that is a vibration. Get off of it. When you feel like you've had enough, take a moment and ask yourself tough questions. How bad do you want this? Because it's never about how bad you do want it or don't want it, because obviously you wouldn't be going through fertility treatments if you were kind of on the fence of, if I get pregnant, great, or if I don't, oh well. No, you're obviously doing the work because you want to have your family. So the question is, how much are you willing to give and how far are you willing to go to get your desire of your family? And really hone in the gratitude that you've got a team of doctors and science behind you. Because if you need to take a break, you know what is best for you. I can't tell you what's best for you. I can tell you what I see in my clients. I can tell you big picture thinking. I can tell you the laws. I can tell you all those things. But what I can't tell you is what you are feeling. Only you are privy to that information, to what exactly that you are feeling. So when fear steps in, I need you to look fear dead square in the face and say, is this feeling serving me? Because if I'm on a vibrational match to a fear of miscarriage, a fear of money not showing up, a fear of XYZ, that's where you are. And that's what your outside environment is going to keep attracting to you. So if you can dive in and say, you know what, maybe you're deciding to take a break. Maybe you're deciding that, you know what, you want to go on a quick vacation first to completely relax your body, and then you're going to come back and restart. Or maybe, you decide, screw it, I'm going to just go for it. Wherever you are on your journey, really feel that feeling of gratitude. Really omit this feeling. But when the fear steps in, sit with it and just say, thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up, because it shows me that I have work to do in dealing with you, because fear is always there. It's just you got to push past that fear. And then really say, is this thought or this feeling serving me, when you know that it's not? But I do want to reiterate, I do want to make it clear, feel the feelings. Don't just push them down, because your body can hold emotions. It can hold negative energy that can have, negative effects on your nervous system, on every part of your body. It can wreak havoc. But sit with it and ask yourself, do you have this fear because it's something you have experienced in the past? Are you having this fear because this is something, it could be a what if? Why are you having this fear? And if so, are you in different hands than you were when that you experienced this first situation? And can you find gratitude that you've got a partner, or you've got XYZ that you can lean into? Or maybe you can be so grateful that, you are where you are and that everything is working out in its divine timing. This again, gratitude ties into your belief system. If you really don't believe that, fertility treatments are going to work for you because it hasn't worked for you this long, or maybe you're just entering the fertility world and you've heard so many negative stories that you don't believe it could work on the first try for you. Or maybe you're caught up in the numbers because, again, every number is so unique to you, and it really does only take one. I can tell you people that have had 40 plus eggs retrieved. I can tell you people that have had one egg retrieved and got pregnant. I can tell you that people that have had 3 and 10 and 12 and 39 and 35. I can tell you a wide spectrum, but don't compare your journey to anyone else because all you need is you and your miraculous mind and diving into gratitude. Be grateful that you can find something to get you out of this doom and gloom. When fear steps in, dive into gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you have. And I know sometimes that can be hard, but there's always gratitude in the darkest of places. I again will reiterate, I started diving into how amazing science was and that this was giving me the opportunity to have my baby. And I felt really, really, really grateful for that because without science, I don't know where I was going to be. And, you know, feeling that, make sure that the gratitude that you are emitting, maybe be grateful that you've got an amazing business partner, or you've got, you're actually really thankful that your work is willing to move around your fertility treatments or whatever. Again, what gratitude means to you is very unique to you. But gratitude is one of those amazing things that you can pull out of your toolbox. You can use it for today. You can use it for what you're manifesting in the future. But it's something that will very much amplify you being on your vibrational match. And I'll end it with this. When you're always thinking from the end, how amazing would it feel? How much gratitude would you feel that you get to hold your baby in your arms, no matter how that baby comes to you, whether it's adoption, surrogacy, you carry the baby, it's reverse IVF where your partner carries the baby, but it's your egg. However it comes to you, how amazing would it feel to hold your baby in your hands? That was a level of gratitude that I very much dove in on my secondary fertility journey. Not because I had already experienced before, because yes, I did, but I had seen the level of gratitude when I'd seen my friends bring their babies home from the hospital and all the things I thought, I get to do that. I get to do that. That was my mindset. I get to do this. I don't have to. I'm not choosing to. I get to. I am here. I am right now. And again, that gratitude for me is I pull it in from the universe. The universe is a bloody huge, like infinite possibilities. And I get to pull it in. I get to be my own crystal ball because I get to manifest the things that I want. I get to have the things that I want. I get to live in gratitude. I get to live in gratitude that I get to choose my thoughts. And then when fear creeps up, I get to say, sorry, I don't have time for you right now because I know that my mind is miraculous. I know that I get to hold my baby. I know. And that level of gratitude that I get to do this was something that omitted a massive amount of frequency for me long before it happened. So I leave you with this. Gratitude is such a beautiful thing. Dive deep if you have to and start small, but start with whatever gives you the biggest amount of love, the biggest amount of like, I am so thankful for this. And then you can start to develop your compound effect of gratitude and start to see all the areas of it in your life that you're grateful for. And maybe something that, you've already had in your life, but you've never felt gratitude, you are going to start feeling gratitude for certain things and think because you have a new perspective, you have a new mindset around it that you start to think like, oh my gosh. And the more you beam gratitude, the more things change. And it's this beautiful, beautiful frequency, again, that is aligning you to your end result of you with your family, however that comes, but you get to have you and your family, and you created this. So dive into gratitude every single day. Sit and think of things that you can be thankful for. Sit and just take a moment every single day. And when things aren't working out for you, stop for a second and just say, but what am I believing? And what if the universe has its right divine timing and it's all working out exactly for me? I am creating my own crystal ball and I am creating my present and my future, and I have the control, and I get to feel grateful for every part of it. So I hope you have a truly amazing, amazing, amazing day. With love and gratitude.
If you found this helpful or know anyone that needs to hear this, please share. And don't forget to leave a review and subscribe. In love and gratitude, Jessica.